Let's expand on the run cycle we started in the last tutorial. I added two additional views, a top view and a side view off to the side here, as well as our main perspective window. Feel free while moving through a hierarchy. You may use the toolbar buttons to move up and down through the hierarchy and then select the sections of that hierarchy level with your mouse pointer and left clicking on them to select them. Or you may easily choose to use the selection sphere to go and select the sections of the hierarchy, the subgroups you wish to manipulate. Or don't forget there's also the keyboard shortcuts using the arrow keys on the keyboard to navigate through the hierarchy. Basically all I'm doing at this point is setting up our initial pose, our frame 1, or excuse me, frame 0 pose, beginning pose. And I'm moving along rather briskly due to time constraints of the tutorials. Um, don't feel that you have to be anywhere near this fast in order to get the desired results. Take your time, and accuracy, if it is that important to this particular animation you're doing, well, that of course would take quite a bit more time to do. We're now going to advance to frame 12. Hitting record will let us then go down through the hierarchy again and set up for our next pose, for our next keyframe, setting this up. The solid mode real-time display in TrueSpace is really a work saver here. It helps you keep things in perspective, no pun intended. Lets you keep an eye on where things are and how your final render will most likely look. The side view is real helpful in giving you a better idea of how the pose is going to look overall. Looking at it from one direction in a perspective view can sometimes be totally different than what you actually get. So moving around in the workspace or the additional views, either one is very helpful to making sure you get the output that you desire. Alright, we're setting up his left arm, getting that pose just right. There are many books available, as I had mentioned once before earlier, that will help you to give you diagrams of certain poses, certain key poses in a walk or run cycle. Um, they're very, very handy to have. Now we're going to move on to frame 24. Press record and start manipulating the segments of Groover again. I'm sure you can see by now how easy this is to set up a hierarchy animation and how quickly that it can be done. But excellent results can be achieved with this form of animation. We'll continue on now with part 2.